And I'm going to mute everyone just so that we've got, we block out any background noise. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them at the end of the presentation. Okay, good evening. My name is Celine. You're in the right place. This is the biggest secret on the internet today. It's the instant payment system that pays Bitcoin straight to your e-wallet. Now, Bitcoin is dominating the financial news. A lot of people may know of Forbes magazine, and they're saying that Bitcoin is the future. Time magazine is also calling Bitcoin your wallet without the government. So if these mainstream magazines are telling their readers that Bitcoin is the future and it's your wallet without the government, that means it's something that you should be into and you should have, and you should know that the government has no power over that wallet. It will be and is the biggest disruption in our history today. Is the blockchain technology that's being applied across the world, across various different sectors. So it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. Cryptocurrency will do to banks what the email did to postal service. So nobody hardly sends a letter today. We all send emails and text messages, and so cryptocurrency is going to do the same thing to the banks, and that point is very close. Now, what we have here is a crowdfunding model. So for those that haven't been familiar with crowdfunding, it has three elements, and that's the person that everyone that comes up with the idea, and they get together with people that will support that idea, and they use a internet platform usually to bring those two people together. And what we have here is similar to crowdfunding, but it's even better. It's the biggest secret on the internet today. It's the MLS Bitcoin Club instant payment system. Now let's go straight in. Now, it was MLS was created by our founder and visionary, Gary Perkinson. He's known as Wall Street because he's a master trader. He's an ex-military man of 20 years and a computer engineer. And he's created this safe system to help us accumulate Bitcoin fast. He got tired of being scammed and losing his Bitcoin to other systems, so he developed this one himself. And he also gives you valuable financial knowledge, financial information that will help elevate you and your family to a better lifestyle. Now, our education system is cut across three phases. Now, phase one, at starter level, it unlocks Crypto 101 and 102. Where you learn about e-wallets, hard wallets, soft wallets, and alternative coins. So in the beginning there was Bitcoin, and then all the other coins are called altcoins. They were created to mimic Bitcoin or be better than Bitcoin, but we'll see that Bitcoin is still the best, the largest cryptocurrency. Level one unlocks how to training on how to incorporate yourself so that you can protect the wealth that you're going to accumulate. Level two and three gives you a brief introduction into trading, and that includes foreign exchange trading as well as cryptocurrency trading. And then level four unlocks the solo 401k plan and trust. Many people don't know what that is, and many bankers, in fact, don't know what that is, but their banks do offer that kind of service to their customers, and we're getting this training for free in the club. Phase two part of the training is level 5. It teaches you how to build your credit file and your credit score so that you can have good credit as well as lots of Bitcoin. And level 6 shows you how to pay off your home in 5 to 7 years. So lots of valuable training that you get for free. Now, phase 3 shows you how to open and manage offshore accounts. Another valuable piece of information that is freely available to you at that level. Now, some of you may recognize this. It was made famous by Robert Kiyosaki. It's called the cash flow quadrant. Most of us are in the first box, the employee. We have no leverage, and most of our time is spent making money. The self-employed person is in a similar situation, except that they own a job as opposed to having a job. Now, the right side of the cash flow quadrant is the preferable place for most of us to be. A business owner owns the system, so they have more leverage, and they have people using their time working for you to make money. So likewise, but the most preferable place is the investor box. We want to leverage money and make that money work for us, so that we'll be making money while we're sleeping. So this is what an investor does. You own investments rather than a system. Now, when we compare one Bitcoin to a dollar back in 2012, one Bitcoin was worth around $10. It wasn't worth that much at all. You could only buy a handful of groceries. And it started off, in fact, less than a dollar. It started off in 2009, and it was priced at around 75 cents. So by 2012, it was worth $10. Now, by 2013, the same one Bitcoin was worth around $100. So it spiked a bit, but averaged off around $100. And so you could buy a lot more groceries with one single Bitcoin. By 2014,
Can't hear you, Celine.
Sorry about that, guys. My microphone froze, so I think you can hear me. Yes. Okay, yeah. So, okay, that's great. Sorry about that. Okay, so as I was saying, the one Bitcoin by the end of 2014 was worth, sorry, 2017, it peaked about $20,000. And so now we're looking at around the $9,000 mark, and it's predicted that by the end of 2018, the end of this year, one Bitcoin is going to be worth around $60,000. Now, there are two predictions as well for 2020. Some analysts are predicting that one Bitcoin is going to be worth $100,000. John McAfee, in fact, of McAfee Securities, predicts that one Bitcoin will be worth $1 million. So let me just cancel that. Yeah, so as you can see, Bitcoin has had a steady progress and a long history, and so that's why we should all be into Bitcoin. Now, MLS Bitcoin Club has 10 Bitcoin centers. So here are the 10 Bitcoin centers, and you start at the starter level. We recommend the fast track, which I'll show you, which is starter level and level 1. But you start here, let's take starter level, you bring in 0.0167 Bitcoin, and that's being sent to another member. It's a member-to-member platform. So we're leveraging small amounts like 0.0167 to bring out 0.0501. Okay, now when you do both levels together, this accelerates your position so that you end up upgrading to level 2 quicker. So we're going to show you how to build your wealth. You've got a choice of whether you do that slow or fast. Now, let's look at the basic strategy. If you were to make a one-time payment of 0.0167 Bitcoin, this is you at the top. That's worth around £114. So here on your A line is your activation line. So you need to bring 2 people in, here and here. And so they are meant to duplicate what you do. So they're meant to bring 2 people. And so when let me annotate, when the first person here brings in their first person here, you get 114 in Bitcoin. You get that one-time payment that this person has made straight to your e-wallet. Okay. Now, okay, 1 second. There we go. Now, let's assume you've only just introduced 1 person so far. That's not going to stop you. That's not going to prevent you from getting your Bitcoin from their first person, because they will enter into your B line. So we call it your Bitcoin line. That's the line you get paid. So your first person now brings in their second person here, and you get another payment of 0.0167 Bitcoin. Okay, and then let's take a look at the second person that you introduce. You now introduce your second person, and they bring in their first person. You now receive your third payment of 0.0167 Bitcoin. Okay, and the fourth box, sorry, let me just move this across. The fourth box here is always used to recycle you on the same level. So it starts you over again on this level. So it will automatically open you up another 6 boxes on starter level. In the meantime, you've already received a total of 0.0501 Bitcoin, and that's roughly around £342. Okay, now let me get rid of the drawings. Now, let's take a look at the fast track, and you'll see why it's worthwhile doing the fast track. So this time you start with starter level and level 1 at the same time. So you bring in 0.0167 here, and at the same time you bring in for level 1 0.0462 Bitcoin. And so you bring in somebody that's going to duplicate you. So you bring in your first person here, and they bring in their first person who also is going to duplicate them. So they do starter level and level 1 at the same time. And so you will receive, as soon as your first person brings in their 2 people, you'll receive 2 payments, one of 0.0167 for starter level and 0.0407 for level 1. And then when your second person here brings in their first person here, you receive, sorry, that's where I'm missing one out. So you would have, for the second person of your first person also gives you a 0.0167 and 0.0407. And then your second person here, when they bring in their first person, you get your fifth and sixth payments here and here for starter level and level 1, because everyone here in your community is going to be, you're going to be repeating each other, you're going to be duplicating each other. And then this final box, they're also going to do the fast track, and this will be used to open up another starter level and another level 1 matrix at the same time. Okay, and so in the meantime now, you've already received payments straight to your e-wallet of 0.1722, which is over £1,000, nearly £1,300. Okay, so you can see that you can get your money back, the initial money that you spent buying the Bitcoin, excuse me, to get started, you will receive that back and have enough in your e-wallet to upgrade to the next level. Now, let me just, okay. Now, MLS is not a pyramid. I know that some of you might be thinking, oh, it looks like a pyramid. A pyramid scheme is where the person above you always earns more than you. So, but with the Bitcoin Club, you are the CEO. With a pyramid scheme, the CEO always gets the most money and remains on top. With MLS, you can out-earn your sponsor, so the person that you introduce can earn more than you. The first two people that you bring in, they can also overtake you and out-earn you as well. But with the pyramid scheme, even the president and the vice president stay in their positions. There's no way that they will earn more than the CEO. Now, you have a choice to upgrade fast or slow, and everyone you introduce follows you. So basically, you bring two people, they get two people, you get paid, you upgrade. It's really, really easy. Okay, so every level pays out over and over again, forever, which is why you receive free financial education. Now, so it's a 2x2 cycler. This is you in the middle, and you bring in your first person here. They bring in their two here and here. That Bitcoin goes straight to you, straight to your e-wallet. Your second person brings in their first person. You get that Bitcoin, and then the third person, the second person of this person, they are used to recycle you over on every level that on the 10 Bitcoin stations cycles over and over again. Okay. Now, I know some people might say, oh, it sounds like a Ponzi. Ponzi scheme is where a third party borrows from Peter to pay Paul. With MLS, it's member to member. It's directly member to member, and there's no middleman. That's why it's called the massive leverage system. Ponzi schemes have overcomplicated compensation plans that are hard to understand and offer unrealistic profits. With MLS, the profits are instantly achievable. You own and you hold your own Bitcoin. The companies in the Ponzi scheme, they hold and own your money, and then they ask you to keep paying more money into it. With MLS, once you pay that first initial payment, either at starter level or starter and level and level 1, you will never have to pay anything again. So you join once and you never pay again. With MLS, the payouts go straight into your e-wallet. Your e-wallet is like your crypto bank. So you are the only one who has access to your e-wallet. Now, remember, it's a big instant Bitcoin club. It's member to member, and it's achievable realistic to achieve the Bitcoin lifestyle. So if we look at every level gives you 3 payments, then 3 payments. Level 1 pays out 0.0407 3 times. Level 2 pays out 0.1007 3 times. Level 3 pays out 0.2007 3 times. So if you were to complete those 3 levels only once, it would accumulate over 1 Bitcoin for you already, which is, it's around 6,000, it's just over £7,000, I think, right now. Now, remember, every cycle, every level cycles over and over. So here, if you imagine that you would cycle each level, level 1, level 2, level 3, 3 times, that would give you a total of 3 Bitcoin, over 3 Bitcoin. So you can see that the Bitcoin lifestyle is actually realistically achievable if everyone gets 2 people. Now, here you can see payments being sent from the system to a member's e-wallet on the 21st, 3 times that day. So they're receiving Bitcoin payments regularly that day, and then the following day on the 22nd, they received some more Bitcoin payments in their e-wallet. And then a couple of days after, on the 24th, another payment on the 25th. So it all depends on you, on how much Bitcoin, how fast you want to work, and or whether you want to take it easy and take it slow. So we're here to make things move. So let's take a look at why we say that it's better to do the advanced strategy. Basic strategy pays out 0.0501 Bitcoin, which is around £342 per cycle. Now, the first time, if you were to do the basic strategy, the first time you complete a cycle, which are the 6 boxes, have to be all populated with people for you to complete a cycle. And now when you complete a cycle at basic strategy, you only get to keep around £27 worth of that Bitcoin, because you're going to use the rest of that to upgrade to level 1. Okay, but the second time you complete the cycle, you get to keep all of that Bitcoin. And remember, it cycles over and over again constantly. So there's no limit on the number of times you cycle over. Now, with the advanced strategy, you get a payout of 0.172 Bitcoin, which is worth over £1,100. So that includes starter level and level 1. Now, the first time you complete a cycle, you get to keep £443 worth of that Bitcoin. So that's basically your money back straight away. And then the second time, because you're going to use most of that to upgrade to level 2, but the second time you complete that cycle, you get to keep all of that Bitcoin. So you don't need to keep upgrading to the, for what the first 3 payments you get on every level, use that to upgrade. That's the basic rule. Now, let's see what happens on level 2. Level 2 pays out just over £2,000 worth of Bitcoin. Now, the first time you cycle, you get to keep £647 worth of that Bitcoin, but because you're going to use most of that to upgrade to level 3. Now, the second time you cycle, you get to keep all of that Bitcoin. Now, at level 3, it pays out just over £4,000, £4,100. And that's at today's price of Bitcoin, okay? That's not at, say, Bitcoin's now 60,000 pounds for 1 Bitcoin. Can you imagine if that hits in December, what that would do to these numbers? Now, the first time you cycle at level 3, you keep another 647, because you're going to use most of that to go up to level 4. Now, the second time you cycle, you get to keep all of that Bitcoin, all of it. Now, level 4 pays out over £10,000. That's over 1.5 Bitcoin. Now, the first time you cycle, you get to keep this time £3,371 worth of that Bitcoin, because you're going to use the rest of that to upgrade to level 5. And the second time you cycle, you get to keep all of that Bitcoin. Okay, and remember, every level cycles over and over and over again forever, so they don't stop. There's no limit to the amount of times you can cycle over on every level. Now, remember, the game is to elevate to the higher levels. There's no point cycling over at starter level, because the Bitcoin is very cheap. It's very small in value at starter level. You hardly profit. The big money is on the higher levels. When you get to level 4, 5, 6, that's when you really know what the game's about. So the game is to elevate to the higher levels. Now, everyone you introduce follows you over and over again. So every time you upgrade, you should encourage the people you introduce to do the same thing as you and upgrade, because when they upgrade, they follow you onto your next level matrix. Okay, so they keep filling up your boxes as they upgrade, and as they cycle over, every time they cycle, they complete 6 boxes on a level. The last box is used to recycle them, and that's when they appear on your matrix at that level. So they follow you over and over and over again. Now, once you join a community, you never have to pay again forever. Remember, other places, they'll ask you to pay for this and that and the other. Here, you pay one payment and at the beginning, and then that's it. You don't have to pay again. Now, there's an enrollment fee for a limited time of $49 for new members, and an annual membership fee of $99, which is paid on your anniversary. So when you join, you sign up for the limited fee of $49, and then on your anniversary, the membership fee is $99. Now, massive leverage system in a nutshell is you get 2 people, they get 2 people, you get paid, you upgrade. It's really easy. It's a follow me 2x2 matrix with spillover. You'll get taught wealth strategies from some of the industry's best, and it's a global opportunity with fast growth. There's automated payment system straight to your e-wallet, no middleman. Every level pays out over and over and over again forever, and you're getting free Bitcoin. So that's how you get free Bitcoin. So you get so much free Bitcoin, you need the financial education so that you can manage your wealth effectively, and you get that for free as well. So all that you need to do now is choose your strategy. The fast track is 0.0699 Bitcoin in total. So that includes the starter level, level 1, and the $49 activation fee. So 0.0699 Bitcoin. If you're going to do the basic strategy, that is 0.0237 Bitcoin. So that's around 162, 108, between 160 and 180. I think the fast track right now is 485 or something like that. Now, you just choose your strategy, get back to the person that invited you, and sign up for free. There's a 7-day period that you can take a look at the dashboard, look at what's on offer, and there's also a website you can go to called 337go.com, where you can see videos on what the rich and famous are saying about Bitcoin. They're all into Bitcoin. They just don't want the general public to be into Bitcoin. Now, you'll also get to see a presentation similar to this, delivered by Wall Street himself, and learn how to triple your Bitcoin in days. We also do have additional webinars. We do these presentations every Monday and Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. And we have training every Sunday at 9 o'clock. UK training every Sunday, 9 o'clock on this channel. So keep engaged. When you tune in, you learn lots of information about what we need to know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And we also do a lot of one-on-one training. So do tune in to the training on Sunday at 9 o'clock. And if you think this is a wonderful system, which we know it is, you will go back to the person that invited you and use the link they send you to register. You will also invite your 2 people onto the webinar for Wednesday to keep up the momentum, and you could even find yourself upgrading within weeks. It could be a question of earning, 1.5 Bitcoin, which is a lot of money. So on that note, let me just say that it's time for you to make that critical walk. Let me unmute the lines and see if there's anyone that has any questions. So I'm just unmuting. Does anybody have any questions?
Oh, Celine.
Hello, Hadaya.
Hi, Celine. Yes, it's so unfortunate. I have a guest, and I did notice his microphone wasn't on. All this time he sat through, and could not hear one word.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's Sully. Hello. Yeah,
Yes, that's right. That's right. He could not hear one word.
Okay, don't worry. You'll have to go back to him
Yeah.
after the webinar and fill him
Oh,
in.
yes, yes.
I have recorded this one,
Yes.
so I'll post the recording on the
Yeah,
link.
no
But that
worries.
reminds
That's
me.
okay.
Let me just stop the recording now because we finished the presentation.